Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek with an open box video for you from old Pueblo Coin, coming to you live, recorded, with a beautiful 1899 V-nickel, which I thought was really quite lovely. It's got this little bit of a mark over here above the right 9. You can see that popping up there, but overall, really a nice lustrous coin. And we're going to get to the other side of the coin here and take a look. And you'll see kind of a similar thing. For the most part, the coin has really nice even look to it. When you turn the coin and you see the luster rotate around the coin, that's when your eye can catch little imperfections, right? So at certain angles, all of a sudden you see whoop, the little mark above the V, right? And so you catch that, which is good. It helps you see the grade of the coin. Also, you want to see very nice continuous luster flow. If you see something get kind of disrupted, oftentimes there's like a cleaning mark or something. Of course, this coin has that hit right there near the V and above the V, but then the rest of the coin is really, really nice. Nickels don't always come this lustrous and this attractive. This is a coin that NGC called an MS64, which is a couple $100 plus type coin, something like that. This is one that I had down as coming back at 5. I thought the couple marks on there are somewhat forgivable considering the overall performance of the rest of the coin. You do have a little bit of mark here in front of Liberty's nose, but that also is not a hard hit. It's a little soft mark. And the cheek, though, is super clean. I mean, when you look at the overall profile of Liberty on this coin, you really get to that granular level on her neckline. And really, one of the things that's kind of underrated about the V-nickel is the engraving on the hair, and just how detailed that is compared to some of the other coins we get. And I'm talking to you Lincoln collectors right now, Lincoln cents, you know what I'm talking about. Just that soft follow through on the hairlines that they have on those coins, and yet this coin, just lovely. Pretty coin. That one I liked quite a bit. Next up, we've got this 1883 silver dollar, and I kind of felt like this coin warranted sending in just because it's pretty. I thought it would come back probably a 64, and has a nice look to it. I liked the burnt edges look. This is one of the types of toning that I like. You want it to be pretty vibrant, generally speaking. I like some old crusty toning as well, but I always like kind of the vibrant toning. You can always, of course, the toning, it changes when you get a little, see that's a little fingerprint mark between the R and the star, right there, and it's really pretty nice. Overall, super clean fields, really nice clean cheek. There's a lot of little contact marks here in front, in between the stars and the Liberty design. But the cheek itself is pretty clean, and you had again that really nice little bit of luster up here, a little bit of color, I should say, not luster. Sunset. Here we go. MS65. So this was actually about a point higher than I thought it was going to come back. So, one up, one down. Oh, now we interrupt your regularly scheduled program to give you a Crackout, right? So this 1909 San Francisco Mint penny was in a PCGS VF Details cleaned holder. Now you be the judge here. Judge, jury, technical difficulty. Here we go. 09S. First of all, cleaned, not cleaned. Second of all, grade. Okay. So on your Lincoln cents, one of the things that I look at to help me understand the amount of wear on it, they're actually usually struck relatively well. The strike's actually relatively consistent on these compared to some, like, Buffalo nickels and other things. Where did my focus go? There we go. And I always like to look at, of course, you can see how much detail is in the lettering. But lettering is hard to tell design wear on, in my opinion. So I like to look over at the rim area, and then also, especially those wheat stalks, and see how defined are the lines. Are the lines blending together or not? And then the wheat stalks itself. Usually if there's no blending on a line, I'm usually looking at a coin that's going to be a VF35 or higher, possibly an XF, but after that you want to look at the overall amount of blend on the stocks, the wheat stocks. Then of course Lincoln, his hair is soft, as we were just talking about. How much of that ear and temple can you still see? Can you see an eyebrow? What about that little eye socket right by his lower eye, below his eye? Is there separation on the beard? Lots of little things. The bow tie. So we went from this to this. So we went from a VF clean to an XF40. Hats off on that one. I think, yeah, that's more like it. The fact that they called it cleaned, I thought was kind of silly when I saw it. And by the way, originally I sent this in for a customer. This is a coin I'll probably end up breaking even on, but I really don't care because I act like there's some great injustice done there, right? But in a way there is. I mean, you don't want to have a coin called cleaned that is not cleaned. That's a hard one. All right, so next up we got this 1921 Morgan dollar from the Denver Mint. And it has a lot of very original toning to it. Now this type of toning is not for everybody. This is a little bit more of that old crusty look. Something that was in an album a long time, or actually probably, looking at the toning, I would say this was probably in a manila envelope. The Denver Mint mark is right above the D and the O and the word dollar. Very tiny. It's like they just took a mercury dime mint mark and just stuck it on there. Small, 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 hard to see. It gets harder to see every year. And these coins are hard to grade because you've got the toning hiding under the field, right? And so you've got a little bit of a hit, or is that a break in the luster in front of the ear? That's more of a break in the luster. See, like at this angle, you can see the light's hitting it. You can see that there's not a gouge there or a hit. It's just a break in the luster. Pardon me, maybe even a break in the toning, right? So, but contact marks, not many. A little bit, I think those are contact marks right there underneath, right behind the Liberty cap. MS66, Ding Dong Darling. I mean, that's a coin that I had as a 5, and there's a big jump. I mean, I sent it in because I thought it was really nice, but that goes from a few $100s up to $1,000 jump. So that is a big jump on the positive in a way that I didn't quite see the coin. I believe it or not, I try to be somewhat conservative when I send coins in. Occasionally I get sloppy and impatient, and that's a personality trait that I need to work on. Well, I don't need to work on it. I'm already plenty impatient. Next up, my friends, family members, loved ones, acquaintances. Can we all just gather around for this? Because this is what you've all been waiting for, the big show, the really big shoe. And I want to show you two things about these two coins. They came out of the same collection. They have very similar toning to them. All right, and they're both highly original looking coins as far as like your brilliance, your luster, you know, I will say your toning. And one of the things I want to point out on these two coins, now once again, the grading companies don't know, right, the history of a coin. Like these two coins, I sent them in together so you can kind of get a feel for the fact that these two coins were together. You can actually see, I was a little intrigued because this has some of that white residue on it, and to be honest with you, I thought they were going to call this coin environmental damage, right, because of all that going on there. But really, I didn't try to do anything to the coin because to me, that little bit of messiness there, if you will, says one thing about this coin and one thing only, that it is very original. You got a 22D and a 26S, both of which I really liked as far as coins go and eye appeal go, and artificial toning. So NGC went ahead and called them artificial toning. I guess if I'm playing referee and official, I'm throwing the yellow flag here. Well, one maybe is a yellow card, maybe the other one's a red card, right? You guys are getting kicked out. That's a tough one for me because I find these coins to be highly original, and I don't think that I won't say I don't think that it's close. Once again, they don't know the history, like when you're pulling coins out of albums, but you know, I wonder a little bit, and this is maybe what I need to do is I need to like go to Sarasota and sit down and see what examples they have that they go through to show, to educate how you tell the difference between artificial toning and original toning. Um, because, you know, is it only if you get to certain shades of blue that you call it artificial toning? Does one of these coins to y'all look a little bit more original? Y'all is singular, y'all's is plural, and all y'all's is, what is that? Plural possessive, something like that. You know, maybe the 26 looks more original because of that stuff on the front, which, by the way, like I said, could have been called environmental damage. All right, there you go. There it is, the whole kit and caboodle. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.